Miss Vicky is in the house. How's it going, everyone?
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, April 15th. Hope you're all doing well. This is the year 2026. And Miss Vicky's in the house. I know, I was being obnoxious when I shared that at the beginning of my video of Dr. Reed Timmer acknowledging me. He acknowledged me. And it made me feel good. Because he don't have to acknowledge everybody that's in his chat. No, he doesn't. That's probably the first time he's seen me in there this year. Because I hadn't been able to... His notifications haven't been popping up for me. Alright, the sun's going to be in my eyes there. In your eyes, you're not going to be able to see me. I don't know that you really care to see me, but... I thought we were... The time may have moved that sun, but I guess not. Today's supposed to be the hottest day of the week. I'll be glad when it's over. And I know next week we have some lows in the 40s. Yay! Oh well. That's what I like. Lows in the 40s. Highs in the 70s. I know I shouldn't complain. And I'm not complaining. But you know what? I've figured out that if you leave a comment on a video on YouTube, it looks like that you, if you don't say everything's wonderful, then you're a complainer. And I just made a comment on this video. It was a WWE video. Right, according to that, I'm still good. But when I look out the window back there, it don't make me think that I'm still good. But I'm stopping now. Alright, I need to cut that air off, I guess. Alright. So it is, right now, 8 o'clock. It's 58 degrees. So it's in the 50s. Upper 50s, that is. And I'll talk makeup for just a second, and then we'll move on. If you've not paid attention into the description box, I'm not telling you what foundation I have on because it's new. It's from a brand that I've never tried their foundation. This is new to the market. I don't know how I feel about it though. After 3 days, I still don't know how I feel about it. My thing right now is it's fine, but I'm not being overwhelmed by it. It's not bringing me Estee Lauder excitement. It's not bringing me Dior excitement. It's not bringing me Maybelline excitement. But it's fine. That's all I can say. Today I'm trying a primer. I haven't been trying a primer, but today I am. Just to see. I also did not powder it today. I just put on some bronzer blush. And we'll get onto that too. And let it go. Okay. I know I said I was only going to do for a minute. And I am. 2 minutes maybe. The one I showed you yesterday from TikTok. I'll try to remember to put it up here. I got an email saying they were refunding my money because it was not available. And I don't know if that was an old picture and they just not taken it down out of the shop. But I actually went on their website and it's not there either. So I think it was old and they just hadn't taken it down. So that blush being like the Sweetie Pie from TooFaced is a no. I have looked and looked and looked. There's nothing out there that, there's maybe something similar from Live Tinted. I mean, it's got the colors, but it's not, swirled or ribboned like that one is. I think I would like it, but it's $42. I don't know if that I want to put that much money into it because I guess Love Tinted or Live Tinted, not Love Tinted, Live Tinted. I think it's at Ulta. Then I still am leaning more toward that Sun Bunny bronzer from Too Faced with the coral side and the bronzer side more than anything. Because I can get that through the Sephora sale. And I've got, well, actually I could get it at Ulta because I've got Ulta gift cards I haven't used. So, anyway. That's what I was going to say. Okay, we're moving on now. So, Tim didn't put up much videos yesterday. I know he put up several videos, but nothing of any interest. And of course, we got another Social Security video. From what I could see, it didn't get that many views for Tim. Remember, I'm comparing Tim's videos, not mine, not anybody else's. I'm comparing them to what Tim would get a year ago. And I will say everybody's views are down. Unless, I'm not going to say, well, I can't say everybody because I know Ray's is up. But she's got stuff going on that is exciting to people. I don't have anything exciting going on except I'm talking. I'm a talking head. Chris the girl put up a video of talking about how she got her working from home job with no experience. And I would have, I would have almost bet that's how she would have got it. But I had no idea. But she went through a temp agency. And I would say, I mean, that's how I got the job. Not this one, but another one that I had. That was the best job I ever had. I mean, this one's a good job. Don't get me wrong. But the one I had before this one was the best job I ever had. With the greatest people in the world. And I'll always say that. Anyway, I got that one through a temp agency. But this one, I got through the networking thing. But she said she was working for a temp agency, and then she started off as being temp, I think, at the office. And then they started allowing them to work from home. And it was in the mortgage. Well, I think it was mortgage, law, and I don't know. She talks about it. I don't want to give her, go watch her video if you want to know. Because I do think it's a good video to watch if you're interested in working from home. And, now I think she put in a lot of hours. I think, it was considered a 40-hour week. But I think she did have overtime. And, I think she had all benefits. I mean, she doesn't say the company. Okay. Now, what else did I watch? I really didn't watch many people yesterday. Again, I'm watching a lot of wrestling stuff. Oh, I did start watching Carson Elledge and Caitlin Waltrip's podcast. Okay, I'll try to explain to you who they are. Caitlin Elledge is Kelly Earnhardt's daughter from her first marriage. And she raced go-karts for years, and everybody really thought she would go try racing, but she changed her mind and decided she wanted to be in the marketing end of racing. So she's still employed. She's not employed by NASCAR. She's employed by the Cars Tour, which is the late models cars. I think is their marketing director or, somewhere along those lines. And, of course, being Kelly Earnhardt's daughter, that means she is Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s granddaughter. I think she was a child, a baby almost, probably, toddler, when Earnhardt passed. So I don't know if she even remembers anything about it. She was telling about that she didn't understand people who got his picture tattooed and they would come and show her. And she said that kind of freaked her out. And I can understand that. I mean, I can't relate, but I can understand how she might be freaked out by it. Caitlin Waltrip is Michael Waltrip's first child. And I'm assuming they are the same age and grew up together at the track, and they're best friends. And I want to hear more about the racing part. Now, they're right now in the podcast, they're talking more about their private life. Now, Caitlin is married. Carson is not. Caitlin has a child. Carson don't. But I think they still are constantly with each other. And I don't think Caitlin works anywhere. I think her husband does, but she don't. Anyway, I mean, I've not watched but a couple of them. But it's a lot talking about men. They talk about men a lot. And trying to meet men, you know, Carson trying to meet men that she says that are not racing, but it's, if she does go out with one, it's, they don't understand if they don't have a racing background. So anyway, it's interesting. I'm not sure I'll watch it forever, but I found it interesting. I'm glad I'm not that age anymore, in my 20s, you know, early 30s. I wouldn't want to go back that, you know, with the internet the way it is. You know, because Carson talks about, you know, how things would show up and things, you know, she's lost some weight. So now they're, you know, everybody's accusing her of her being on a GLP-1, and she says she is not. And I mean, I don't know who she said, why would I lie? I'm not. So, I mean, I think now if people lose weight, that's the first thing people say is, oh, I bet they're on a GLP-1. Well, no, they may be eating better. They may be exercising more. Or it may be that there's something else going on. Just don't assume somebody's on the GLP-1 if they're losing weight these days, even though the price has come down. And that's about all I've done. You know, I'm going to work. Oh, somebody said that the haters were in my head. Well, yeah, they're in my head. But the lovers are more in my head than the haters. And I don't like that word. I don't like the word hater. I don't hate anyone. Gotta go work. Love y'all. Bye.